Hi again, ladies and gentlemen. Look, something just happened. I don't know what happened. I'm recording this video, and all of a sudden it stops. And I'm thinking I ran out of time. When I check it, I got 12 minutes and 30 seconds. What made it stop? Maybe they didn't want me to say what I was saying. I must have been telling the truth. And since I feel that way, I'm going to pick it up right where I left off. Here we go again, ladies and gentlemen. Look, now I want to point out some of the pains and sufferings that we have to endure by the system in which we live under. And I'm talking about everybody that feels a little bit of this. You don't have to feel it all, but you got to feel a little bit. Because if you don't feel a little bit, that means you're privileged. That means you falls under that expression that I've been given, the servants of that which, you know what I'm talking about. I'm going to leave it there. You fill in the blank. Here we go. I remember, ladies and gentlemen, I think I mentioned this once before, but I used to be so excited about this plan. All my life, I heard somebody talk about the truth. When I say talk about the truth, I'm talking about the kinds of things that when you hear it, it makes you feel good, it makes you hope for it, it makes you wish for it, it makes you wait for it, and then sometimes it makes you just get anxious for it. That kind of stuff. But I never saw anything. I really just heard talk. But after a while, I guess, I did start seeing some action. And I saw the difference. And it just grabbed me. And I guess it must have been something special, really, that had been planned a long time, I guess, for me. Because a little bit later on, I got several miracles to occur in my life. Now, what do I mean by miracle? I mean things that happen that no human being could cause to happen. Let me say it again. A miracle, something that happens that no human being can cause to happen. Now, somebody might say, well, can it happen if it's natural? Could it happen just by being natural? Well, I tell you what, most of the things that God set up and introduced to us is what we call nature. It is actually natural. So if I receive a miracle, there have been some things taking place that brought us to this point in time for this to occur, which makes it natural. And it still is done, and no human being could play a part in it. So what does that do? That makes you feel, oh, wait a minute. There is a power somewhere. Where'd that come from? I'm no comedian, but where did that come from? And you're so grateful. And then don't let it happen, something like that happen again. And almost frighten you. Because, you don't know whether you know something special going on. And you don't know whether you've been acting like you're supposed to been acting. You know what I'm basically saying, when they teach you about stuff in the church. And you've been going out there doing everything against what they've been teaching you. And so now this miracle started happening to you, and you start saying, wait, is somebody watching me? Should I keep on doing this stuff or what? Well, each individual got a different outcome how they're going to respond to that. But these things happen, ladies and gentlemen. And when you have a miracle, and I don't know what your miracle is, nor do I care. A miracle is not for others. A miracle is for you. For you to be able to stand before those who do not know and say, I know something that you don't know. I'm going to share it with you whether you like it or not. And I'm going to share it with you because I didn't ask for it. Out of nowhere, there it was. And it's the greatest thing that ever happened to me. And since it did, I got to stand before you and share with you. Why? Because I know you got pain. I know you're living from paycheck to paycheck. I know some of you are living with no check. I know some of you are sick, came and go pay a co-payment to go to the doctor and find out what's wrong with you. You just have to bear it. I know you go through these kinds of things. You think God got something to do with that? You got people want to take away the little insurance, that health and care insurance that you've been having. They want to take that away. They want to put you back in the ghetto where they change some rules around and let you get over the suburbs a little bit. Now they want to kick you out. Look here, 400 years of this. Now they want to tell you when you get mad. I'm repeating something. Now they want to tell you when you get mad, you can walk down the street, protest with your sign, maybe talking not loud, and maybe take a few pictures and let it show. Let it show on the news and go home. You think what kind of brainwash? Let me tell you what God says. If one individual cannot live on this earth just, then no individual should live on this earth just. Now, am I telling people to start something? No. I'm just telling you, if that love says, if one individual suffers on this nation, on this earth, then they should all suffer. Why? Because love won't allow one to suffer. It just won't happen. Love will not allow it. And so if one suffers, there ain't no love there. That's a con game. They just playing. Because that one could be any of you. Any of you could be that one. And I guarantee you, that wouldn't make you feel good just because everybody else escaped and you got to go through all that. When they held the answer. Now, my friends, I'm going to tell you just like it is. Every last one of us. I don't care. Oh. Now, I was just thinking as I was saying that, it sounds like I'm really complaining. And people say, well, you can draw people with honey as opposed to what I'm doing. Well, I don't know of any honey. I know honey got you into trouble. I don't know no honey that got you out. So what I'm trying to say to you, ladies and gentlemen, is this. Every career addresses, and I'm speaking all across the waters now. I think my wife would probably tell you, nobody know what you're talking about. But somebody, I'm saying every career addresses some concern that the people have. Every career addresses some concern that the people have. And it's designed that way. And each person got a career objective, a goal that they can participate in. I said this earlier, that allows them to be a part of the process, that which comes back, it belongs to them. They don't have to go into debt. They don't need any money. See, that's up there, let me tell you, up there where that money is, that's where Satan and evil and all that stuff operates. Now, ladies and gentlemen, you got money. I'm not trying to put you down because I know you don't know any better. You've been tricked just like we have, who's sitting down here across the railroad track, ain't got nothing but fussing with our trailer trash white brothers who've been, like us, deceived to think that we're the problem rather than the system being the problem. Yeah, they got the billions of dollars. They just taking it out. You know, cotton. You know how much money was in cotton? That's what I think they fought the Civil War over, that precious commodity that was picked by us, planted by us. Who got the money? We didn't get the money, ladies and gentlemen. That's the game that was played. Now I'm just going to try to say a little bit, because I'm going to go and give me some rest. They are stealing this election from you. It would take a miracle for Joe Biden to get this number, to become president of the United States. It would take a miracle. Because every evil thing, every crook action that can be played, every scheme that's workable is working right now to guarantee that Donald Trump gets back in office. Everything. United States Senate, they're trying to take over the FBI, stacking in the Supreme Court, cops out here killing people to keep some ruckus going, hoping that they could start a little war, distraction, send the police out there, send the military out there, anything. That's evil, ladies and gentlemen, evil. Now, I'm going to say that I really want to thank you for listening to me. I haven't really said that much, but I had to talk. I just wanted to talk. I got problems. You know, I was thinking about my family, and I was thinking about the sickness that my family go through. My great-grandparents and their siblings, my great-granduncles and aunts, and probably the cousins from there. My grandparents, grandaunts and uncles and cousins and stuff from that. My mother and father, siblings, cousins. There's a great number of us. We are big clan, woo, big old us. But you know what? Most of us die from cancer. And I'm convinced that I am as well. Now, I don't have the diagnosis yet because I've been trying to avoid it. I feel the pain. I feel the agony, but I've just been trying to avoid it. I just want to hold off, thinking that if I can get another day, I might be able to say something that will wake you up. And you don't have to experience the poverty that we experience today. That you don't have to go through the crime and violence that we have to deal with every day. That you don't have to deal with the liars and the cheaters and the stealers and the haters and the bigots and the racists. Oh man, just another day to speak for it, to speak against it, to tell you that there is love, to tell you that it was designed that we could live as if we are in heaven on earth. And that basically means that you get your needs, you get your wants, you get your desires. That basically means, as I stated before, that all of those things that are essential for your survival, like food, clothing, shelter, education, health care, transportation, and the infrastructure, and anything that you can conjure up in your imagination, you have the resources out there somewhere on the earth, above the earth, in the earth, seen or unseen. And it's in your mind, and in your arms, and in your feet, in your hands. You got it all. For what? For one another. I call it God's love to humankind through humankind. Let me say it one more time. God's love to humankind through humankind. Now, doesn't that sound more real than we sitting up here on our knees talking about God sent us a car? We need a car. God help me pay this bill because this bill need to be paid. God knows that. But there's a system. So if God gonna be telling you something, gonna tell you to get involved in that system, what, he gonna send your car note and don't send the other person's car note? What you trying to play God for? God don't work like that. I know you think he does because they told you God was a man. They told you God was